What's up, everybody? Don't forget to subscribe to the WerlsTV YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of this great content moving forward.
And it's a title given to Christ, Philippians 2:11. And my name translates in the Hebrew language as Yahweh. So I went on to Amazon Prime. I was like, you know what, let me see if there are any documentaries on Yahweh. So went in the search bar, typed in Yahweh, that came up. Went out and shared it on my platform. That was my night. In terms of the backlash, or what people call it, we're in 2022. History is not supposed to be hidden from anybody.
Agreed.
And I'm not a divisive person when it comes to religion. I embrace all walks of life. You see it on all my platforms.
And Kyrie Irving, what he said is true, because he actually tweeted this in response to Joe Tsai's public tweets condemning Kyrie for being an anti-Semitic person, saying, "I'm an omninist and I meant no disrespect to anyone's religious beliefs. The anti-Semitic label, which seems to be pushed around to everybody nowadays, that is being pushed on me is not justified and does not reflect the reality or truth I live in every day. I embrace and want to learn from all walks of life and religions." And I don't know what that last word means. Halal, it looks like that says goodbye. But yeah, nonetheless, bro, Kyrie Irving don't need to explain himself on why he did that, because it literally was an Instagram post of a book of a movie relating to a book, or the book that was made into a movie, and it was titled pretty much telling black people, hey, wake up. You guys are the actual first descendants of the Jewish community. It's literally called Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America. And if you know anything about that book, that's literally what it was portraying. There was no anti-Semitic information about this. There was not disrespecting Jewish people and putting them in a negative connotation. It was literally trying to get the black people to wake up and say, hey, you guys are the original Jews that came here. Learn about your history. Be exposed to your history. All of a sudden, that is anti-Semitic? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Kanye was right.
I talk to all races, all cultures, all religions, and my response would be, it's not about educating yourself on what Semitism is and what anti-Semitism is. It's really about learning the root words of where these come from and understanding that this is an African heritage that is also belonging to the people. Africa is in it, whether we want to dismiss it or not. So the claims of anti-Semitism and who are the original chosen people of God, and we go into these religious conversations and it's a big no-no. I don't live my way like that. I don't live my life that way. Excuse me. I grew up in a melting pot, and I say a melting pot of all races: white, black, red, yellow, Jewish, Christian, Muslim, and you can see the way I live my life now. I'm not here to be divisive, so.
Be open to all races. Be open to all religions. Be open to all ethnic backgrounds. Like, Kyrie speaking from a more calm, intelligent perspective, because he's trying to explain why he posted out on his Instagram. Literally, I don't think he has anything to explain about. But you know the media, you know how this world works. They want to find any controversy, any story, and make it blow up for clicks, views, and ratings. This is just another bullshit. They're trying to grab a fucking jewelry out of a shit in a toilet, because the NBA season, okay, it started a new season. Let's see where we could come at. Bro, you gotta be kidding me. And I said this in the previous video. Joe Tsai is the worst owner in NBA history. You decide to publicly condemn your star point guard when all you could have just called that man over the phone and be like, yo, Kyrie, listen, this post that you got on IG or Twitter, it looks a little bit anti-Semitic. You know, it looks like it's an attack on Jews. Can you give me more context of what this is about? What is this book about? So I know. So I don't have to go to Twitter and call you out and then bring more drama and distractions to the team. Really? Like, you put that on yourself. You put that on your franchise. We could have called that man and had a private conversation. Are you fucking kidding me? And you, listen, somebody had to call Joe Tsai and tell him about that, because Joe Tsai does not know anything about that book, because in a tweet it said it appears that Kyrie Irving posted something that had anti-Semitic disinformation. Keyword appears. So clearly he knew nothing about that book. He knew nothing that was written about that book. He don't even know the origins of that book or movie. So somebody who followed Kyrie Irving had to call Josiah up. Somebody who was a Jew. It was like, yo, your boy Kyrie's doing this. He's like, okay, let me go condemn him. You could have called that man in private. Why y'all want to put everything out on Front Street for the media to continue to talk about your team in a negative light? You know the media, they're leeches, bro. Controversy creates cash for them.
They could push their agenda. I don't want to say they, because I'm not identifying any one group or race of people, but I'm in a unique position to have a level of influence on my community. And what I post does not mean that I support everything that's being said or everything that's being done, or I'm campaigning for anything. All I do is post things for my people in my community and those that it's actually going to impact. Anybody else that has criticism, and obviously wasn't meant for them.
Period.
Hopefully
that was an explanation. You know, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like, I post stuff. Hell, before I got into a relationship, I was posting stuff from Justin LA Boy, his toxic ass tweets. Did I agree with those ideas? No, I just post them because I thought they were funny. I had people who follow me like, yo, Worlds, yo, your stories be funny as hell. They be cracking me up. I don't agree with what the things I post. I post with the things that I found are funny. Now, if I tweet something with the black screen and I caption it, obviously, you know, I'm going through some shit. I don't do that anymore. But if you see people resharing Justin LA Boy's toxic relationship tweets, do you automatically assume that they agree with what he's saying? No, they just think it's funny. You don't have to agree or promote with everything that you post. Sometimes you say, hey, public consumption, it's funny consumption, whatever. Y'all were like, oh, this person tweeted that or showed a picture of that, they must promote it, they must agree with it. No, because guess what? The media post it all the time. Are they promoting it? Do they agree with it? Exactly.
understanding what you said, and I want to make sure I get it right because I don't want to misquote any part of it.
I don't expect understanding from a media conglomerate group.
Yeah, and listen, they will never ever understand Kyrie. Listen, even though Kyrie Irving has said some things and his actions have made me spin my head and be like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, he's a different cat. Kyrie Irving moves to the beat of his own drum. He is his own man. I'm not here to tell a man how to walk, how to talk, how to go about their life on a day-to-day basis. That is that man's personal life. Okay? He is different, and I respect his differences. I got no issue with it. But the media, they're not going to try to sit here and understand you. They're going to take bits and words that you say and find any controversial statement, blow it up, and use it as the front page of their tweet, of their website, or of their newspaper because they want shit to sell. They want clicks, they want view rates, they want views. That's how they stay around.
Sincerely talks about the game of basketball, and then we bring up religion as if it's correlative at times when it's convenient for people to bring it up. So please just be direct with your question so we can move on from this and I could talk about the game and go home to my son Elohim and my wife Marlene, okay?
Am I to take it that this was what you shared was not something that you've even watched? This was, you did watch it, or either watch it or read it.
I had a lot of time last year to read a lot. Read a whole bunch. Good and bad about the truth of our world.
So then do you, I guess, understand or not understand those that might imply that that work had anti-Semitic leanings in it? I only ask this because the tweet is still up there, so we're
in 2022. It's on Amazon, a public platform. Whether you want to
hold on, I'm gonna stop right there. So if that is seen as hate speech and anti-Semitic, then why does Amazon still have it up? Why does Amazon still have it up? Is that viewed as anti-Semitic and hate speech towards the Jewish community? Why does Amazon still have it up? No one understands to that. Because Amazon, I believe they have books of other things. They have sex books, they have rape books, they have all that type of stuff. So hold on, let me tell me, it's okay, right? You gotta love how the world works in hypocrisy and how people operate on delusion and stupidity. So it is okay for Netflix to have an 8 to 10 series documentary about Jeffrey Dahmer killing and assaulting people, eating them up, dissecting them up, families, who had to watch that, who were victims of Jeffrey Dahmer's killings. It was okay for people to watch that, to even portrayitize Jeffrey Dahmer as a sex symbol, and even glorify this guy to a certain degree. It's okay for people to do that. But it's not okay for Kyrie Irving to post a picture on his Instagram story about a book that he thought was interesting on Amazon. Let that make sense. Let that make sense. It's okay for people to post porn on Twitter when you have underage people watching stuff on Twitter, being on Twitter. It's okay for pornography to be on Twitter. It's okay for people to use the N-word with the hard ER on Twitter. But it's not okay for Kyrie Irving just to simply tweet or post about a book from Amazon that was written by a philosopher. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. See the hypocrisy? Anti-Semitic people.
There's things being posted every day. I am no different than the next human being, so don't treat me any different. You guys come in here and make up this powerful influence I have over top of the adultery of, oh, you cannot post that. Why not? Why not? Everybody posts everything else. You saw the word nigger going up on Twitter, right?
Didn't I just say that? Didn't I just say that? They had the nigger was trending worldwide on Twitter like I think yesterday, 2 days ago. How come those people didn't get condemned? How come they didn't get their Twitters taken down? How come they didn't get their tweets taken down for hate speech? It's okay for them to do it, but hey, listen, you're a public figure. You know, you have responsibilities. You are a role model to our kids. Listen, athletes are not role models to your kids, bro. We got to be realistic. Charles Barkley said this in a commercial years ago. I am not your kid's role model. I'm here to do one job. I'm a professional athlete. I just happen to have a public platform and to be on television getting paid lots of money to do it. Your kid, you as a parent should be your kid's role model. Okay, that's it. It's not my job to raise your kid. I didn't make your kid. I didn't bring your kid into this world. You did. That's your responsibility. I'm here living a profession, performing a profession that just happens to pay me a lot of money and is broadcast on a national airways basis. But it's not my responsibility to raise your child. No, stop that bullshit narrative that athletes are role models to kids, because they are not. They have a certain responsibility as a public figure, but that don't mean that they're role models to kids. No. You are your role model to your child. Okay, you want your child as a parent to be better than you, to have more success than you, not people you see on television playing a recreational sport that just happens to pay them a lot of money. Stop that bullshit.
Uproar on that. I'm not here to be divisive on what's going on this or that. I'm not comparing Jews to blacks. I'm not comparing white to black. I'm not doing that. That conversation is dismissive, and it constantly revolves around the rhetoric of who are the chosen people of God. And I'm not here to argue over a person or a culture or religion on what they believe. No, this is what is here. It's on a public platform. Did I do anything illegal?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
So then you're gonna say, did Amazon do anything illegal? Because they're selling the book on their website. Should Amazon be condemned for promoting anti-Semitic information? Oh, it's quiet. Crickets, right? Oh, okay. Okay. That's what I thought.
I'm saying, did I do anything illegal? Did I hurt anybody? Did I harm anybody? Am I going out and saying that I hate one specific group of people? So out of all the judgment that people got from me posting, I just, without talking to me, and then I respect what Joe said, but there has a lot to do with...
Don't respect what Joe said. He's a fucking idiot, bro. He is a dumb ass. I cannot stand this dude as owner. He makes everything public. And I'm like, yo, you are creating some of this drama on yourself. You could call Kyrie. You have his number, I'm pretty sure, and be like, yo, Kyrie, let's have this conversation about your Instagram post. I don't care what you post, but I'm getting calls from people who follow you, who see you. They thinking this is anti-Semitic. Can you give me context about it? This, because you know, as the owner of the team that you play for, you're my main box office attraction. What is the context of this book that I don't know? Can you give me more information about it? Okay, yeah, cool, Joe. This is what, and cool, left it at that. And handle it internally, but you want to make it public by fucking tweeting this thing to your 66,000 people on Twitter. It's stupid. It's stupid.
To not ego or pride of how proud I am to be an African heritage, but also to be living as a free black man here in America, knowing the historical complexities for
Black people ain't that free, but I get what you're saying.
me to get here. So I'm not gonna stand down on anything that I believe in. I'm only gonna get stronger because I'm not alone. I have a whole army around me.
Kyrie, while we're on the topic of promotion, why did you decide to promote something that Alex Jones said?
That was a few weeks ago. I do not stand with Alex Jones' position, narrative, court case that he had with Sandy Hook, or any of the kids that felt like they had to relive trauma, or parents that had to relive trauma, or to be dismissive to all the lives that were lost during that tragic event. My post was a post from Alex Jones that he did in the early 90s or late 90s about secret societies in America of occults, and it's true. So I wasn't identifying with anything of being a campaignist for Alex Jones or anything. I was just there to post. And it's funny, and it's actually hilarious, because out of all the things I posted that day, that was the one post that everyone chose to see. It just goes back to the way our world is and works.
Because they saw the controversy in that. But I'm kind of happy that he actually fully explained that, because Alex Jones is a very, very controversial figure. He's seen as a conspiracy theorist. I watch his videos. I don't think he's far out there, but some of the stuff that he says makes sense, whether you like it or not. And Kyrie Irving explained, he's like, yeah, it was a video it wasn't about Sandy Hook. It was about stuff that he said years ago about secret societies, Illuminati's, whatever you want to call it. I believe that shit is true. Okay, I believe some of the things that he said during the whole COVID lie was true, because everything makes sense, especially all the laws that are being broken, the forced vaccinations, the whole losing your jobs, the blackmail. That shit was true. Okay, that was you had to be a stupid person to believe that them forcing you to inject something into your arm that was not going to stop the spread of COVID, that you didn't need, was really for your benefit. Like, I'm not going to go into COVID rant, but people who still believe that the COVID shots are going to stop you from getting COVID, we have a president who got COVID more times than he took the shot. You think that's going to stop? Come on now. We got a president who got COVID more times than he took the vaccine that was supposed to stop him from getting the fucking virus. And they still promote boosters left and right. Just give me a break with that shit. But I'm happy that Kyrie Irving explained that, because, you know, it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. I saw it. I'm like, yo, damn, Kyrie, come on. What you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like I said, Alex Jones, I watched some of his stuff. I think he is a nutcase. Some of the things that he says can be a little too far, but there is truth in some things that he says. It's okay to have different perspectives.
I'm not here to complain about it. I just exist.
And to follow up on the promotion of the movie and the book,
Can you please stop calling it a promotion? What am I promoting?
put it out on your platform.
But I'm promoting it? Do you see me doing, do you see me in front of
putting it out there,
the
people
title?
are going to say that you are
Yeah, I put it out there
promoting.
just like you put things out there, right?
Yeah, but
Get him stirring. Yeah, but I heard that. Get that motherfucker stirring. I hate Nick Fidel, by the way. I hate this guy. I don't like him. Okay, I hate is a very, very strong word. I don't want to use that. I take that back. I dislike him, because this guy is a condescending ass reporter, especially what happened last year when he was covering the Nets and it was going through that whole Kyrie Irving vaccine situation. Man was calling out Kyrie Irving left to right. Don't be mad because you work for a liberal ass company and they decided to do that ridiculous mandate on their employees, saying everybody who worked for Disney had to take the shot in the arm. Nick Fidel had to take it. Kyrie Irving said, fuck this, I ain't taking no vaccine. And he stood on his grounds. Granted, he lost a lot of money, and it did stop him from signing that max extension with the Nets. but he stood his ground. And Kyrie Irving ended up being right. Sometimes when you believe in something and you know that it's true, it's going to have to cost you some money. But he was right. Because guess what? After he stood his ground, when the Mets and the Nets and the Yankee season were about to start, a lot of the Yankees players were not vaccinated and they were not going to get the vaccine. And I support them in that. Same thing with the Mets players. It's like, nigga, we're not getting that fucking vaccine. We're not getting it. So Eric Adams decides to put, we're going to have to give the exemption to our players because, as them, they give a lot of money. That was no health and safety shit. Mandates were not for your health and safety. It was to push a narrative on people. It was to, I don't know what the hell was in that shot because I ain't take it. I was never going to take it. But it was something, you see, if you are promoting something and you know it works, people will buy it because they see it works. But if you're trying to sell something to people, you're trying to push something to people and it's not working and you need to get whatever it is, whether it's money or something, then the next thing you're going to do is to just force people to take it or force people to buy it. That's your next best thing. Because if you are selling something and the product works and you don't need to push it more because you see it's working, word of mouth goes around, hey look, it's doing good. But if you were selling something like their vaccine was their selling point and it wasn't working, I'm like, well damn, a lot of people aren't going to take this, we're just going to have to force them and blackmail them with their jobs on line. So they want to say, well look, New York has an 80% vaccination rate, yet 60% of them were forced. Because a lot of people I knew were not going to take that shit. Most of the people I knew who took it were forced. Because it's like, if you don't take it, you're fired. That's blackmail. Your job was on the line. Yet they gave the exception to athletes because Eric Adams was like, well, they make us a lot of money, so we can't lose the money. It was about the money. It was never about your health and safety. It was about pushing a narrative. It was never about your health and safety. It was about making money and saying, hey, look, this is what we can do to you if you do not comply with our demands. It was never about health and safety.
Right, but my stuff is not
so let's move on.
Filled
let's
with
move on.
anti-Semitic
Let's
stuff.
move on. Don't dehumanize me up here.
I'm not doing that.
Another
You're
human
free
being.
to post
I can post whatever I want. So say that and
So if he's free to post whatever he wants, why are you questioning him, bro? Especially after he just explained, hey, it was an anti-Semitic, and tweeted, I did not mean to disrespect anybody in the Jewish community, and if you took it as anti-Semitic, my bad. But why don't you question the owner who decided to publicly tweet this shit out and make it even more distraction and drama towards our group? But they won't do that.
It down and move on to the next question.
But Kyrie, you have to understand that by
I don't have to understand anything from you.
It's
Nothing.
not me.
Give it to
Nothing.
him.
No
Give it
people
to him,
that you
Kyrie.
make bro. Move on.
Let him know.
By posting
Move
what
on.
you
Next
did,
question.
Yeah, move on.
anybody is
Don't give him the
gonna
time of day.
and
Move
they're
on.
gonna say,
Move on.
You guys have any more
Does he have
questions? Because this is
Goodbye.
going to be a clip.
beliefs?
This is going to be a clip that he's going to marvel at.
Yep,
Is
that's
this
what he's
any
gonna
more
do. He's
questions?
like, ooh,
but you're not
juicy
answering
content.
the question.
It's
I can't wait to
another
post it
asking
on my
question.
Twitter
Oh
and
my
get
God, let's make
some
another
views and
Instagram clip so
retweets.
we could be famous again. Next question.
Kyrie, basketball related.
Another thing too, Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp, they're probably gonna have a field day with this tomorrow. Oh look, this is what Kyrie I'm talking about. But man, shut the hell up. Y'all some of the most two ignorant motherfuckers out there. Listen, I like Shannon Sharp. I like when he be telling Skip straight up, Skip, and he be making fun of Skip and the Cowboys and Brady. But when it comes to like stuff about Kyrie Irving, the man is just so dumb and so out of touch and doesn't know what he's talking about. I'll just change the channel. Same thing with Stephen A. Smith, bro. But you know that they're gonna have some interesting wild takes about this. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Do you agree, disagree with what I said? I did not mean for it to go 24 minutes long, but I had a lot to say about this. Reacting to Kyrie Irving's post-game comments about his anti-Semitic thing. But let me know, do you agree with or disagree with what I said? I'm open to all criticisms, good or bad. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Twitter, WerlsTV, Instagram, WerlsTV, and WerlsTV on TikTok. Catch you guys later. Peace.